Hey, everybody, welcome back to a brand new episode of Smash Factor. It's your host, Alex Wober, and it's your weekly source for the loudest drives, the deepest grids, and the biggest moments from across Ultimate Long Drive. This weekend was massive. Double points were on the line across 4 leagues, and competitors showed up ready to let it rip. From wet and wild swings in the coastal Carolinas to a potential season-long bomb out in Arizona, we've got a lot to break down, so let's get into it. Before we do that, let's thank our wonderful sponsors here at Ultimate Long Drive. Copperfit, the official glove of ULD, Tech, Buzz Clear, 1764, Short Par 4, Yingling Brewing, In Range, Survivor Tees, Shark Attack Golf, Catalyst, T-Claw, and 4 Yards More. Thank you to all those sponsors here at Ultimate Long Drive. Now let's jump into the guts of what happened this weekend. We'll kick things off in the Michigan League, where Jake Paulson topped the Open Men's Division with a monster 372-yard drive. Marty Chappell followed up with a 287-yard shot in the men's 55, and Daryl Strecker capped it off in the men's 60 with a solid 314. Down in the Coastal Carolina League, weather was definitely a factor, but your host stepped in and hit a modest 281 yards in the Open Men's Division. Hey, not every day is going to be a PR, so give me a break. Bradley Trogdon, though, showed out and secured 2 division wins, 310 in the men's 35 and 302 in the Valor. Tatiana Thurston took the women's 45 with a 214-yard drive. Richard Hunt claimed the men's 55 with 262 yards, and Stuart Poit closed things out in the men's 60 with a 287-yard winner. Up in the Minnesota-Iowa League, we saw a strong start with Jordan Carroll hitting 126 yards in the U9 girls division. John Merkel put up the longest drive of the event at 343 yards in the Open Men's Division, followed closely by Matt Carroll with 338 yards in the men's 35. James Barnett, he's stacking wins at this point. 308 in men's 40, 307 in adaptive, and 311 in Valor. Finally, the Arizona League brought the heat, literally and figuratively. Jason Clark continued to shine in the U15 boys with a 344-yard bomb. Anthony Taqui fired off a 370-yarder in the Open Men's Division. Kenny Held broke the 400 mark with a 410-yard drive in the men's 35. And then Trahern McGill may have dropped the drive of the season, 439 yards. Unreal number there from Mr. McGill. Let's move on to the schedule, though. What's going on in Ultimate Long Drive? What's up this weekend? We've got 2 events, starting with the Mid-Atlantic League. For their 9th event, going to be at Top Dog Golf Center, 11 a.m. to 2 o'clock p.m. The Western Pennsylvania League will have their 5th for double points at Miller Golf Center from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock p.m. Over on the 28th, we have 2 events as well, which includes Western Carolina hosting their 7th event for double points. It'll be a makeup event from this last weekend for the rain. Partee Golf Center once again from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock p.m. SoCal has their 6th event, going to be at the Torian Golf Course from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock p.m. Once again, all events in June for double points, so take the chance to get out there and acquire double points. Get yourself a win on the board. Going into July, though, the Mid-Atlantic League will have their 10th event in range at spot 29, July 1st, 10 a.m. to 6 o'clock p.m. July 5th, the Central Texas League will have their 8th event from 10 a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m. at the Golf Ranch, Dallas. And July 12th is another stacked weekend, people. If you want to check out all this information, you can go to ultimatelongdrive.com as well to see all the upcoming events. So let's jump into the 12th. We've got a North American Tour stop in Connecticut. It's going to be July 12th through the 13th, Chris Cody's driving range. SoCal has their 7th event, the Morongo Golf Club at Tequette Canyon from 9 a.m. to 12 o'clock p.m. Minnesota, Iowa has their 10th event at the Bertram Chain of Lakes from 10 a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m. Michigan has their 5th event at Tap-Ins from 11 a.m. to 2 o'clock p.m. Utah has the Summer Shootout event, their 2nd event at Sweet Heat Golf from 11 a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m. Coastal Carolinas host their 7th event. It's going to be outdoors at the Sandpiper Bay Golf and Country Club from 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock p.m. And Arizona hosts their 3rd event at the Dobson Ranch from 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock. There'll also be an event on the 13th in Western Pennsylvania, their 6th event of the season at the Miller Golf Center from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock p.m. On the 19th, Western Carolina has their 8th event, the 4U driving range from 6 to 8 o'clock p.m. Go ahead and hit under the lights a little bit. And then you've got the 26th, another North American Tour stop going to be out in Colorado. This is your chance to go set a PR at the Bigfoot Turf Farm from 11 a.m. to 6 o'clock p.m. And finally, the last event in July is the 27th Western Pennsylvania League, their third event at the Miller Golf Center from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock p.m. Once again, you can go check out all this information, ultimatelongdrive.com. The schedules tab has all of this stuff there. You can go check out what's coming in August, and then if you want to go ahead and get signed up for the World Championships, you can go ahead and do that and go ahead and participate in some of these North American Tour stops coming up, because that's a chance for you to join us at the World Qualifier. So, from coast to coast, the grid was popping off this weekend. Before we get into the end here, I do want to say, go ahead and check out our social media pages at Ultimate Long Drive. Once again, we posted yesterday about the North American Tour stop coming up, which is going to be in Connecticut. Some crucial information there, collaborating with Foxwoods Resort and Casino up there. So if you sign up, every entry gets a $25 match play certificate from Foxwoods Resort Casino. So go ahead and register now. Win big if you compete in the North American Tour stop up in Connecticut coming up. So once again, from coast to coast, the grid was popping off this weekend. Double points meant double pressure. And these competitors, they just don't back down. So with season standings shifting and big drives locking in championship positions, the road to Worlds is officially heating up. Keep your eyes on the feed, because more action is right around the corner. But everybody, thanks for tuning in. This is your host, Alex Wober. This is Smash Factor, and we'll see you next week.